All right.
Good morning, everyone. Calling the case of the people of Gelau Anak Paeng versus Andula Britswood. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Will the clerk please swear in the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the case before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instruction of the court? Please say, I do.
I do. Your Honor, the defendant have been charged by the common law duty of employer. This is because he did not take reasonable precautions to protect his worker against danger. The evidence will show that plaintiff had permanent loss of capacity of 16% on the early evening on July 13 that involved lower right hand. The other evidence show that the plaintiff wages had been deducted by the boss.
Thank you, prosecutor.
Your Honor, under the common law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. During this trial, you will hear no real evidence against my client. You will come to know the truth that Mr. Lim Phek's son does not told him to clean the roller by means of a stick.
The defendant may call the plaintiff.
The people call the plaintiff.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before this court shall be true and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Is it true that Mr. Lim asked you to use the stick to clean the rollers?
Yes, he told me to do so.
So, why did you do the task?
I did the task because it was a part of my overtime work on the instructions of Mr. Lim. He told me to use the stick while cleaning the rollers, but he was never scolded me for using it.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecutor have any question for the plaintiff?
No, at this time, Your Honor.
The plaintiff is excused. The prosecutor may call the defendant.
The people call the defendant.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before this court shall be the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. Is it true that you asked the plaintiff to use a stick for cleaning process?
No, the only way I asked him to clean the roller was by the adjustment plate, which is alongside the roller.
How you ensure that the accident will not occur when you use the metal plate to clean the rollers?
Recently, the accident never occurred.
From what you have stated, it seems that you have never taken any precautions to your workers. Do you?
Yes, I admit there is no precaution was taken to protect my employee against injury.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Does the defendant has any question?
No at this time, Your Honor.
The defendant is excused. The defendant may call the first plaintiff witness.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before this court shall be true and nothing but the truth? I do.
May I know what is your position in Andula Brickworks and your relationship with the plaintiff?
I'm one of the employee and was in the same team, and I do the same work with him.
Does the defendant has any question?
No, thank you.
Does prosecutor have any question?
Yes, Your Honor. What usually the defendant asks you to do for the cleaning process, and does defendant provide any precaution steps for you?
He usually asks me to use stick to clean the roller on his instruction. He often saw me cleaning the roller with the engine on, but never asked me not to do it. This shows that Mr. Lim do not provide any precaution for me.
Thank you, witnesses.
The first witness is excused. The prosecutor may call the second witness.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before this court shall be the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. Does Mr. Lim ask you to use metal plate?
No, he usually asks me to use a stick to clean the roller while the machine is still on.
Dear witnesses, do you switch on the engine during the process?
I did not switch on the engine. Mr. Lim, who is always switch on the engine while the cleaning process. I just obey his order.
Thank you, witnesses. Now, I would like to call the plaintiff.
Plaintiff may sit at the stand.
Did the boss deducted your wages?
Yes, he did deducted my wages and I only received it in August and September, but nothing in October, November and December.
Your Honor, I have objection.
Yes, you may proceed.
My client have written record of wages paid during 1981. This is the file, Your Honor.
Thank you, defendant. I'll consider it. Plaintiff is excused. Prosecutor, do you have any other witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case now before this court shall be true and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you explain about the plaintiff's conditions after the accident?
My opinion, there is a degree of loss of movement in the right wrist and a somewhat ugly scars. I also agree that such improvement as was likely in the wrist would already taken place and 3.5 years after the accident. I will award a sum of 10,000 under this head and I see no reason to differ from this figure.
Does the defendant rise?
Yes, Your Honor.
The trial will rise. Now the trial will begin. For the reason which I've given, the defendant must have known that the work of cleaning the roller without piece of wood when the engine was switched on contained a considerable element of danger. Yet nothing was done to protect the employer from it. I therefore find that there is a breach of the employer common law duty to take reasonable steps to protect his workers. However, I think that the plaintiff himself showed a considerable degree of disregard of his own safety. The rollers which he was seeking to clean when he was injured was in a confined space where he must realize that the risk was more substantial than elsewhere. It always matter of great difficulty to apportion blame, but I will attribute 1/4 of the fault to plaintiff himself and 3/4 of the fault to the defendant. The court will dismiss.